#1 searched area in the entire greater Phoenix area, according to Zillow, is the East Camelback area, more specifically Arcadia. So what exactly is Arcadia? Well, it's just it's not a historic community, but it has a ton of history. And I'll tell you, it's a showstopper. So don't go anywhere because I'm going to break it down, all the details, what it's like to live, work, and play in Arcadia. Don't go anywhere. Here it goes. This particular part of the Phoenix area is by far the most breathtaking in the entire greater Phoenix area, if you ask me. This part of the greater Phoenix area is at the base of Camelback Mountain, which is iconic for the greater Phoenix area. It looks like a camel laying down. And if you have views, whether it be front door, backyard, or even maybe out of a bathroom window, just a little corner, you have something prestigious that most people in the greater Phoenix area do not have. Let me tell you, living here is more than just being able to afford the home. You will find most of the billionaires that live here in the greater Phoenix area literally within a 1-mile radius of Arcadia, either in Paradise Valley or in Arcadia. Most of the people that live in this area are also multimillionaires. And I'll be honest with you, not a lot of these houses are primary residence. These are second and third home, luxury vacation where people have homes all over the world. It is definitely an elevated lifestyle that you live in this area. Children of the families that do live here full-time are going to go to one of the top many private schools in this area. The public system, I'll tell you, in this area, it kind of sucks. So most of the children are going to be going to Phoenix Country Day School, Brophy College Preparatory. I'm telling you have to be an alumni to get your kids practically into Brophy. And Xavier is the other one, Xavier College Prep. These are just, again, kind of that Stanford in California, or why can't I think of any colleges? Harvard. It's going to be like the Harvard of the greater Phoenix area. There's also Notre Dame College Prep and also Rancho Solano. Most of these schools range from anywhere from $15,000 a year all the way up to $25,000 a year for your student, and you have to pre-register them years in advance. This area, if we go back 50, 75 years ago, was predominantly orange and date grove. So you still see a lot of this very, very mature green and the orchards and the walking trails and even just the sidewalks. Some areas don't have sidewalks. It's a rural feel in the middle of the city. Like I said, most of the homes in Arcadia were originally built about 100 years ago, but many of those homes have been completely torn down, and now they are these massive modern mansions that you cannot get anywhere else. Again, if you have that peak of that mountain, you are thumbs up. You will be expected in this lifestyle to have wardrobe like you can't believe. If you have a stroller, it will be one of the $1,000 strollers. Make sure you have a car collection, your Range Rover, your Benz, your Beamer, possibly Lamborghini, Maserati. This is going to be a very high demand for lifestyle and social acceptance in this area. Most of the people here, the incomes, like I said, are in excess of $1 million a year. We see a lot of doctors, anesthesiologists, investors, just people that are in the financial sector. Most of the homeowners here are single income, stay-at-home moms, have fantastic gyms, private trainers, even that come to your home and actually train on site. Shopping, wow. You want to talk about shopping mecca? You are smack dab in the middle. Whether you're going to pop on over to Old Town in Scottsdale, which is just about 10 minutes east, you will have every kind of shopping, dining experience you can think of. We're talking some of the best in the country. In fact, Maple and Ash was just rated one of the top steak houses in America, and it's right smack dab in downtown Scottsdale. Now, you can also pop right on over to Biltmore Fashion Square, where that's where our only Saks Fifth Avenue is. And I'll tell you, it's an outdoor shopping. It's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, mature flowers and bushes. And in the summertime, they have misters going so that you can actually enjoy yourself, but your hair is going to go flat. But there's a lot of people in this area that don't do the shopping themselves. They actually have shoppers, nannies, lots of nannies in this area. Believe it or not, you can get nannies, live-in nannies in this area for not too expensive. So you're going to see that consistency here in this Arcadia area. Now let's talk about more specifically where Arcadia is. Arcadia is very defined. It has a north, well, it's not really north, south, east, and west. It's a really weird shape. It's an exact area. And let me tell you, if you've heard of the Housewives of Orange County, there used to be the Housewives of Arcadia, and it's very much like the OC. So be prepared. If this is the area that you're going to be looking at, this is the lifestyle that you will be living. Now, if you do not buy a home exactly within these parameters, you're probably going to second choice, you're going to be looking just a little bit east, and that's going to be Arcadia Light. Now, Arcadia Light has slightly smaller lots, and the homes were built a little bit later. So you're going to see a combination of two things. Number one, you're going to find some beautiful, large half-acre or maybe even 1-acre lots with huge front yards, tall oak trees. You're going to see the original aesthetics of a ranch-style home from like the 1950s to the 1970s, but don't be fooled. The inside is over the top, completely renovated, super modern. And I'll be honest with you, I get a lot of people, and these are going to be Arcadia area, by the way, is going to be minimum 2 million, and it goes up from there. I think right now the highest in Arcadia is about $11 million. And when those very unique 10 to $15 million homes come on the market, believe you me, they sell fast because they don't come up very often. But in Arcadia Light, you can get homes closer to between $1 and $2 million. Typically what we're seeing is in these renovated homes are the uber modern farmhouse or modern industrial. So if those two are not your cup of tea, you're probably going to buy an older one, or I might suggest you buy an older one and do those renovations yourself. Look, a lot of people, although they love the modern, some people really like the Arizona-esque feeling of living in Phoenix. So I'll be honest with you, Arcadia Light is pretty tough to find the perfect home for the perfect buyer. There's not a lot on the market. And again, what is there? It's literally one of three boxes. It's either has not been renovated at all, so there's a lot of work. Number two, it is completely renovated and it's super industrial. Or number three, it's super up and out and it is farmhouse and it kind of takes up a lot of the lot. So it's kind of tough. You got to give us a call so that we can start working on that area. We have a lot of relationships with agents throughout the greater Phoenix area, but more specifically in this high demand area. Now, the third area, which is kind of what I would call a bleed over, meaning that yes, people love Arcadia. And so they're drawn to that, but they can't afford it. So then they go to Arcadia Light, but they're not seeing what they like, or maybe it's still a little too pricey for what they're looking for. They now go to an area called Lower Arcadia. Now, Lower Arcadia is going to be slightly higher crime rate. I'll be honest with you. And when you're driving down some of the streets, you're like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to pay $1 million to live here. But again, that's kind of how it happens, right? Just things kind of roll over, and as demand and that gentrification, people going in and remodeling, that is starting to happen in Lower Arcadia. Lower Arcadia has, I think, another 10 to 20 years to really remodel the entire neighborhood, because what you have is like a nice home and then yucky, and then medium and then yucky, and nice and then yucky. So you have to kind of be okay with that. And I'll be honest with you, values are going to go up in these areas, period, because they're very specific boundaries. And once you're out, you're out. Like there's no like lower Arcadia. This is a good investment in these areas. And if it's something that's important to you, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll start looking for you well ahead of time, because again, it's a very unique area and there's always a lot of off-market construction going on, and we're out there all the time, and we'll give you a heads up when something might be coming up that's not even on the market yet. You got to have boots on the ground, and I'll tell you, a relocation agent is completely different than a normal realtor. Money Magazine says that Arcadia is one of the best places to live in America. It was rated in the top 10, and it frequently has. Healthcare is super close by. Like I said, dining, super close by. Let me tell you, it is truly the mecca of it all. You can go to downtown Phoenix if you're looking for some theater or you want to go to a ball game. You're going to be about 15 minutes from Phoenix Airport, about 15 minutes from downtown Phoenix. You're going to be about 20 minutes from the Glendale Stadium if you are a football fan. If you like to go to spring training, again, you're smack dab in the middle. We have 11 different fields, and I can't tell you anything really negative about this area, except there is a lot of oldness in this area. So you're going to see more of the older style power lines in the area. You are going to see some homeless in this area. You're just going to have to kind of be aware all the time, anywhere you're at. You can definitely see which areas are more distressed. And then you kind of get into that lower Arcadia. You're like, okay, it's starting to get nicer. Then you kind of get a little bit closer and now you're over in Arcadia Light and you're like, okay, this is a little bit better. And then again, that's kind of how things happen, right? With older parts of any city. So if you're looking for culture, if you're looking for history, this is not a historic district, but it is a lot of history. And let me tell you, it has moxie and it's bougie to live in Arcadia. If you guys have any questions about this or any other area in the greater Phoenix area, you know what you need to do? Pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona.